Miss Alsman, if you were leaving under those kinds of circumstances, why wouldn't you get a receipt for the $600 that you say you gave him? I mean, you're not parting as friends. You were leaving, and you were making a substantial payment on what you say you owed him. So it would seem to me to be...
I never thought he would take me to court. I thought it would be through friends that I could pay him off for the car.
I told you.
Well, you weren't friends. Clearly at that point, you were angry with each other because you just told me that he...
When I left for Vegas in January, we weren't like, we'd gotten to an argument and he raised his hand to me and called me a really foul word in front of his family. And I said, I'm leaving. And so I got my stuff and got in the car and we talked about it. And he was almost in tears when I was leaving, like we should work this out some way. And I was like, no, let me just go for a month and like have some space with my family and have some time away. So you can keep the money and I'll be back. At least you're going to have some payment towards the car.
What is all this? This has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that you owe me $1,700.
No, just a second. She's saying, sir, that she gave you $600, and I'm trying to figure out if I believe that. Clearly. So that's what I'm trying to ascertain, whether I believe that you received from her, first time you split up, $600. What I want to know is when you say you gave him the money.
It was a week before Christmas, in actually December. So it was,
and then you stayed together until when?
Well, I left for a month and I came back in the end of January. I left before Christmas and came back 2 weeks into January. The bedroom, and
all right, you were upstairs in the bedroom.
I was packing my stuff and leaving for Christmas.
Okay, and he said to you what? And you said to him what? Come on.
I said that I'm leaving, and he said, well, give me money for the car, give me something. And I said, I don't have anything. I said, I need the car to leave. You're in your hometown with your family. You'll have your sister's car. I'm going to leave for the month. And this is all I had. I had 2 or 3 paychecks that I had cashed right before we left Northern California to come to Southern California.
Just a minute. So your paychecks were for how much?
There was 3 of them. There were approximately, one was like $250, one was like $140. I don't remember actually all the exact prices. Paychecks I saved up because I had money at the time in my bank and I didn't cash the paychecks yet. Not until we left Northern California. So I had all this money left because of Northern California. Because we're doing okay.
You go to the bank and you cash 1 paycheck.
Well, in the bank, and then I had extra money in the house when I was leaving.
Well, where'd you get the extra money from?
Well, the money that I didn't put in the bank was extra.
But you put some of the paycheck money in the bank?
Yeah.
So if you put some of the money in the bank and you had some of the money in the house...
I gave him $600. That's the whole point. I gave him $600
And I'm trying to figure out where you got $600 from. I'm trying to make sense of your story, madam.
Okay.
I find it difficult to make sense of your story.
Understand.
Understand your story. All right. You have the car now?
Yes.
And your agreement was that whoever kept the car paid off the other person. Is that correct?
Yes.
Is that correct?
That is correct.
Oh. And how long did you use this car together?
In October of last year.
95.
So you didn't use it very long. Okay.
A couple months we used it together.
Okay, and then it's been in your possession, is that right?
Since May, or June, Memorial Day weekend. I've
Sole possession.
Okay. All right, the judgment in this case is for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,600, giving her credit for the 1 payment of $100 that I do believe she made.
And the $200?
No, sir.
स्वागत है आपका न्यू वीडियो में। आगे हम आपके लिए नया व्लॉग लेकर, और हमारे पास आप ये देखो उनका पैर है, आपने तो कभी देखा नहीं होगा। और ये है चप्पल, आपने तो कभी देखी नहीं होगी। और ये अरमान का हाथ, वो भी आपने तो कभी देखा नहीं होगा।